Hi, I'm Carlos from emotionalwellnessconsultant.co.uk. I am an emotional consultant, sex, intimacy, and relationships coach in the United Kingdom. As I mentioned in the previous video, I made a commitment to my friends to make a series of videos about the reasons why people are not connecting with each other and failing in their search for a partner. In this second video of the series, we will talk about insecurity projection. Did you know that it is the most unconsciously used method to push away anyone who tries to come close to us, especially if they show interest in a relationship? Think about it for a minute. To understand the concept of insecurity projection, we must understand the concepts of insecurity and projection separately. Insecurity is defined as uncertainty, anxiety about oneself, or lack of self-confidence. The concept of projection was coined by psychoanalyst Sigmund Freud and described it as the way in which an individual projects his or her own ideas and beliefs towards another person or entity, in this case, while generally denying them to themselves. We understand that insecurity brings feelings of anxiety towards oneself, and obviously we refuse to feel that way. In order to affirm the idea that we are not the cause of this malaise, we blame someone else for being the cause of our insecurities. Insecurity projection is when we place the cause of our defects, whether real, unreal, or perceived, and or the fault of something that is our responsibility, onto another person. I am not understanding. For example, liars deny that they lie and blame others for a lie, or as is accustomed to lie and cheat, then try to make it appear that someone else is responsible and or things, and treats others as if they are the ones who lie, cheat, and deceive, denying that it is them and only them who usually lie. I know it sounds kind of complex, but you'll understand. Think about it. The most critical thing is that when we are projecting insecurities, we must understand that recognizing a particular characteristic in ourselves will cause discomfort and or psychic pain. In some cases, people with deep insecurities blame entire groups of their deficiencies just to protect themselves from the psychic pain of the truth about themselves. It is very common that the people who project their insecurities push and keep away people who try to approach them. In this way, they reaffirm to themselves that those who try to approach them had, or even worse, would have in the future, bad intentions. That they were not honest, or in reality, there was no real interest in forging a relationship. These behaviors create patterns and are nefastos towards relationships. This is one of the many paths to loneliness and frustration. There are several techniques to solve this and get rid of the emotional burden that this brings and the psychic pain that causes. How do I fix it? As with everything, the first step is honesty, mainly towards oneself. The introspect examination is extremely important. Face insecurities as such and as they are. This is the beginning of liberation. Insecurities commonly seek reaffirmation, and the only way in which they can cease to exist is when the person who feels them resolves them and chooses to stop feeding them. This is achieved by learning to listen to your internal voice in an objective and impartial manner and overcoming insecurities in a healthy way. We must treat ourselves and others with justice and kindness. We must recognize our insecurities and their real causes. The solution simply is the truth shall set you free. Recognize your shortcomings. Think objectively and critically. It's you and only you, the person responsible for what you feel. Absolutely no one has the power to make you feel something you do not want to feel, except that it is not the other person that makes you feel this way or that way. Only you feel what you feel, and it is very easy to take what someone says as an offense or attack. This is totally optional. If you're not clear with what was said or you don't understand what was meant, then it is better to inquire. What did you mean? Ask them to explain. In this way, you can get a clear idea before making wrong judgments that prevent and even destroy relationships. Thank you very much. Take good care of yourselves. You can find me here on the website. It's down here. Write me, call. I'm here for you guys. Take care. You deserve to be loved. You're very important. Thank you.